Hey everybody, Low Carb Keith here. Now I'm in my kitchen and I've been eating low carb for about 6 years. And because I've been eating low carb, I've lost 130 pounds and greatly improved my health. Through the years, I've gotten lots of questions about, what do you eat? And one of the big questions that I get asked is, what do you do for lunch? Because lunch is such a kind of a frantic time for a lot of us. And I usually take my lunch. That's my answer. I prepare my lunch. There's a couple of reasons. One is it keeps me from going to fast food, which usually is full of carbs, and it would make me get off my eating plan. And secondly, I'm a high school teacher. So I only get 30 minutes for lunch. So there's really not enough time to leave, get something to eat, and come back and then eat it before students show up. So I typically take my lunch every day, and I usually pack it in the morning. And I'm going to show you today what my typical lunch is. It's not the same every day, but most days it is the same. Let me show you what I've got and what I use to make my lunch. First off, I've got keto bread. This is made by Healthy Life or Lewis brand. It has 0 net carbs in it because it's got a lot of fiber in it, and those fiber grams cancel out the carbohydrates. This is the closest I've ever found to a keto bread or a low-carb bread that tastes like real bread. I also use Swiss cheese. I love Swiss cheese, so I use that on my sandwich. I have oven-roasted turkey, which is just deli oven-roasted turkey you get from the supermarket. I have some mayonnaise, a little bit of mayonnaise, salt and pepper. So it's simple. I make a sandwich, easy little sandwich. The thing that I do is the bread is about the same size as a traditional non-low carb bread, but I get a couple of slices of that. I'll get some mayonnaise, not a lot, maybe a tablespoon, teaspoon, 2 teaspoons maybe, just enough to give it a little something so it's not so dry. Okay, just put that, and if I have any left over, I'll put it on the other side as well. I take 1 slice of Swiss cheese, and it doesn't have to be fancy Swiss cheese. It could be any kind of cheese actually, if you wanted it to be. But I particularly like Swiss for some reason. I take 1 slice of Swiss cheese, and then I'm going to take about 4 or 5 ounces of my turkey, my sliced turkey, and put that on my sandwich as well. So let's do that. And this could be fresh from the deli. It could be like I've got, which is an Oscar Mayer. They say it's deli turkey. It's just sliced turkey. So sometimes it's hard to get out. But like I said, 4 or 5 ounces of turkey on that sandwich. And if you wanted to put a little salt and pepper on it, you could. I usually don't use salt. I might put a little pepper on it. Okay, and there it is. There's my sandwich, easy peasy. It's enough for lunch. It's filling. I usually wrap this in a paper towel and put it in a plastic bag and put it in my little lunch box. And to go along with that, I usually have 1 or 2 of these small cups of sugar-free Jell-O. These are delicious. I have eaten these so long that they taste like they have real sugar in them. And I guess my palate has just gotten used to the artificial sweetness of it. But between the sandwich and my Jell-O, and then I will wash it off with either a Powerade or a diet sugar-free tea. That's a great lunch, and I can eat it in about 15 or 20 minutes without scarfing it down. But I don't make this every day for lunch, but I'll bet I'll make it 3 or 4 times a week. And the reason I make it is because I know it works. I know this is a good meal for me to have for lunch. It's low carb. There's probably 5 or 6 carbs, net carbs, in the whole lunch, which leaves me a lot of net carbs for later on in the day. I typically try to do about 50 net carbs a day. So that really is the delicious lunch. It's quick. I've got a microwave in my classroom. I'll pop that in for about 20 to 30 seconds. Heats it up, knocks the chill off, melts the cheese a little bit, and it's a delicious meal. So take your lunch to work with you. If you want to control what you eat by planning ahead, making your lunch, making the kind of lunch that you know that you can eat on a low-carb diet. All right. Thanks for watching, folks. And if you're watching this on YouTube, be sure and go and click on that subscribe button. That way you can keep up with everything that we're doing in the kitchen and see all of our new recipes that we come out with every week.